Good morning, my dear friends. Today we are going to discussing about Unit 1 syllabus. Uh, Today, a quick recap on basic Java programming language. Okay. Uh, in your first unit syllabus, you have another topics in advanced Java programming. You have generics, threads, sockets, simple client server programming using Java. And another topic is difficulties in developing distributed programs for larger scale clusters. And the last topic is introduction to cloud computing. These are the topics in your first unit syllabus. Okay. Next one, a quick recap on basic Java. So, means features of Java language are buzzwords of a Java programming language. They may generally they may ask a question, explain what are Java buzzwords or features of Java language. Okay, so the following are the features or buzzwords of a Java language. Java is a simple programming language. It is an object-oriented programming language. It is a portable language, platform-independent language, secure language, robust language, architecture neutral, interpreted, high performance, multi-threaded, distributed, and dynamic programming language. Okay, so I think you people already very familiar about all these buzzwords in 2 you people already learned, right? Once again, a quick recap on class, object, and array. Okay, what is a class? Class is a collection of similar objects. Means a class is a collection of data members and as well as member functions. We can give definition like that. uh, it is a template or blueprint from which objects are created. So like that also we will discuss the class definition. Class contain fields, methods, constructors, blocks, nested classes, and interfaces. So what is the generalized syntax of a class? What is the generalized syntax of a class? Class is a keyword. Already you know what is a keyword, right? If you learn any programming language, already you know the keywords. So class is a keyword. Class space class name followed by open the brace. In between open and close brace, we are getting means data members and member functions. Field is nothing but data member. Method is nothing but member functions. Already you know what is a function, right? Function is a collection of set, means function is a set of instructions for performing a specified task, right? Generally we observe function in the sense in our families also we are means conducting some birthday function or marriage function or Vonil function, Lungil function, like that, right? So what is a birthday function? A function is a set of instructions for performing a specified task, that is called function. Birthday in the sense on that particular day he born, so that's why that is the specific meaning. That is the specified task for birthday function. Like that in our subject also we are defining based on the application, we are defining different types of functions. So what is a function? Function is a set of instructions for performing a specified task, right? That is the generalized syntax. I think all of you understand, right? So you know already, you learn already. So that's in a quick recap. So that's right. Next one is object. What is an object? Object is an instance of a class is called an object. So we have another definitions. An object is a real world entities. An object is a runtime entity. The object is an entity which has state and behavior. The object is an instance of a class. We have different types of definitions. So class is an means object is an instance of a class is nothing but object. We have a generalized syntax to create an object. How to create an object? What is the syntax to create an object? Class name space object name equal to new followed by a class constructor, either default constructor or parameterized constructor. It depends on the which concept we are using whenever we are creating an object, right? Right. So that is the generalized syntax to create an object. Tell me, class name followed by means class name space object name equal to new followed by the corresponding class constructor, either default constructor or parameterized constructor. It depends on the application. Okay, right. This is the generalized syntax to create an object. Next, array. Already you know what is an array. What is an array? Array is a collection of similar data items. Means homogeneous data items. That is called an array. In Java, array is an object. So in C language it is different. In Java language, array is different. In Java language, array acts as an object, so which contains an elements of similar data type. So it is a data structure where we store similar elements. We can store only a fixed set of elements in Java array. In Java, array is index based. The first element of the array is stored at the 0th index. 0th index. So this is the graphical representation of an array. These are the indexes. This is fixed size. How many array length is 10. So the first element is stored at the 0th index, first index. So like that we are extracting each index element. These are the indices or indexes. This is an element at 8th position, right? I think all of you understood, right? Next, what is the means? What are the advantages of array? Means code optimization, random access, size limit. Means it makes the code optimized. We can retrieve or sort the data efficiently. Random access. We can get any data located at any index position. These two are the advantages. We have some disadvantage, that is called size limit. So size, we can store only the fixed size of elements in the array. It does not grow its size at runtime. So this is the problem in array. This is the drawback in an array. How to resolve this problem? With the help of collection framework is used to Java to grow automatically. So what is the solution to this particular problem? Collection framework. With help of collection framework, we resolve the size limit problem. So right. So that's why they are introducing Java collection framework. Java collection framework. Java arrays have some limitations. What are the limitations? They cannot dynamically shrink and grow. They have limited type safety. So implementing efficient complex data structure from scratch would be difficult. These are the Java arrays limitations. So how to overcome those limitations? The Java collection framework is with help of Java collection framework. So what is Java collection framework? Java collection framework is a set of classes and interfaces implementing complex collection data structures. So what is a collection? So collection is an object that represents a group of objects. Collection is an object that represents a group of objects. Okay, next. What are the benefits of Java collection framework? The following are the benefits of Java collection framework. Reduces the programming effort, increases performance, part of the core API, promotes software reuse. Means whenever we follow the standard interface, automatically it promotes the software software reuse. Easy to design API based on generic collections. This is the basic knowledge on the means quick recap on Java language. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, raise the question. So here this is my humble request, all of you go through Google and learn Java collection framework. That is the assignment for you. So all of you must and should go through Google and list down what are the Java collections. Means write short note on Java collection framework. Right. Thank you very much.